friends, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the great In My Life John Lennon's signature tune, but we're going to share it with a little bit of a James Taylor feel to it. I watched James Taylor perform this tune, and with his unique fingerstyle technique, I thought some of the things he was doing were definitely worth sharing. And of course, with the classic tune behind it, it's a win-win. And I ask friends before we begin, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're building a great little community here of guitar sharing, and I hope to see it continue. And of course, I'm very much enjoying being with you and sharing this information. So let's begin. When we start the tune, the introduction, and this is kind of a classic James Taylor opening, isn't it? So, because we remember this from his probably sounds familiar to you. So what he's basically doing is he's coming up to the 4th fret on the 4th string, playing that F sharp there, and then coming down to the D. So it's almost like a form of a C chord there, right? Or an A minor 7. But he's coming in like there for the first 2 notes. So we come up here, and then we come back to that F sharp. So we go up, da, 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 and then we finish off the melody by playing the G to the A, O2 on the 3rd string, and then we can do it James Taylor style, which is open, and then hammer on the A7. Okay, so it's going to be da, 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 and then again, da, 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 and then we can kind of pick around that A7 and kind of get that going. So that's the opening of the tune, and then we go into a D to start the tune. The key is the song's in D. He played it on 1st fret, but I'm going to play it for you open. Of course, once we learn it, you can put the capo wherever you want, right? So we start off with the first line. So D, there are places, and now we're going to descend the bass line. And this is a great thing about James Taylor's playing. He's always moving chords, walking the bass between chords, doing some suspension work. This is classic James Taylor, and this is what makes his playing so great, because the guitar doesn't just sit there. The guitar is an active participant in the singing. It's basically a duet with the voice and the guitar. So it really works well, as you know. So here we go with the D. There are places, and then we go to the C sharp, okay? Now you can hit that C sharp with your 3rd finger or your 4th finger, either one. When I do it, that's an interesting way to do it now. Notice that it's actually the easiest way to do it. Take the D and then just take the 3rd finger up to that C sharp. We're doing that, actually removing most of the D chord except for our foundation 1st finger here on the A, right? 3rd string. So this actually sounds pretty good, because again, those open strings are giving you some color behind that chord. We've got the B and the E, right? Which gives you, with the D chord, of course, the B is the 6th and the E is the 9. So you're adding 6, adding 9. Actually gives you a lot of color there. Or you can just, if you have the stretch in you, you can just go up here and keep the D. Or you can keep two notes of the D. So you've got the D, the A, the D, and the E underneath, which is the add 2, right? Kind of suspension type of deal. So you've got the D, and then you can do that. And I think that this works no matter which way you do it. Personally, I'm just going to go up here and let the whole thing open underneath, because it sounds good. So we go D to the C sharp. Now the B minor 7, we can pull a full bar on the B minor 7 and get that B bass. Okay? Or we can do D, C sharp, and then we can do the short form B minor 7, which is the second finger, the third finger underneath. So we're basically playing almost like an A7 but up a string, and then we're putting the pinky down on the D on that second string, third fret, which is another way to play the B minor 7 if you're playing the thumb on the B bass and using those three fingers underneath. It's an easier way to do the B minor 7 without investing in the full bar chord. Okay? And then we're going to finish that off with the A minor 7 to the D7, which is really a really strong James Taylor quality sound. So we got I remember. Okay, and then we go into the next line. All my life, a G chord, and now the next chord is really cool. It's the D C9, which gives it a real cool flavor, and you'll hear it as we sing it here. All my life, though some have, back to the D, changed, and then the A7. So that second line sounds like this. And it's really just a G, the C9, it's standard picking, and then the D, and then we go to the A sus, okay, which you can do A7 with the little finger out in front, right? So we've got, oh my life, though some have changed, okay, and then back into the D, moving bass again. Da, 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 da. Again, the G and the C9 and the D. Okay, so the first four lines of the song, we're basically repeating two sections, right? Now we're coming into this next section, which is really cool what he does here. He goes to the B minor. Now here we go to the full bar B minor 7, and we're playing that B bass. Places. Now this is a very cool chord. It's a B minor, but the octave is coming down to the major 7. So it's a minor major 7, and you'll hear what happens here. So we're going from a B minor, places have their moments, and then to the E7. Notice the movement there. We've got the B, right? The B to the B flat to the A. So we've got B minor major 7, B minor 7, and then E7. It takes a little bit of strength to do that. But that's a very cool sound. So when we get to that line, we can do the B minor. Okay, but if you're having trouble with the full bar chord, what you could do there is you could do that simplified version of B minor, okay? So we've got the 2 with the 3 and the 4. And then what you could do is you could do the B minor, and then take the little finger and put it across those 2 strings instead of that 1 string. Just move it up and cover both of them, so you'd get, okay, and then you can just take it off, so you just got those 2. It's like an E7 sus, right? And then go to the E7. So you've got, and you could do something like that, a little bit easier than the full bar. But either way works. Then moving on to the next line, C7, lovers and friends, G, I still D, regular D, can recall. That still can recall is leading us back into that B minor chord movement. So we're going to go D, and then we're going to do the C sharp to bring us down to the B. So you can see how he is getting these chords to really stay with the singer by moving the chord. It's not just D, can recall, some are dead, and he's not just doing a basic strum. He's using an arrangement of guitar notes to get us where we need to go. So there's always movement in the song. Still can recall, some are dead, and some are living. Okay, in my life, back to the C9, I've loved them all. And then in between verses, we go back to the dun, 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 dun. There, and then we're back into the next verse. So that's the song. It's not difficult, but there are some really interesting things that happen in the song with chord movement that really make it a little more than just ordinary. And I think it's really a lot of fun to play. The thing about playing James Taylor style guitar is that once you get the feel of it and the hang of it, it's really a lot of fun because the guitar becomes almost like a piano. It's not just a strum machine anymore. And you really can do a lot of things with just you and the guitar by using the guitar as your partner in the song instead of just a strum box. So when you get the whole thing together, we'll play through just the first verse to give you an idea. So it should sound something like this. And again, you can modify these tabs as you feel necessary, right? You don't have to play exactly the way James Taylor played. You can add your own flavor to it, but use his foundation to help you build your own structure. So basically you should have something that sounds like this. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever but for better, some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. And you get the feeling, and you get the idea. And hopefully that helps you out. It's a nice song, beautiful song, and some of those chord forms make it sound even more interesting, I think. So, until next time, don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate you listening. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please send them forth. I'm happy to receive them. Until next time, enjoy playing that guitar.